Hello and welcome to the Laid Back podcast. We're going to be talking about conspiracy theories. We're not going to go into huge detail on this episode. We're literally going to touch on a few different subjects and see whether you guys want another episode or not.
Hi and welcome to this episode, and as Kurt said at the beginning, we're going to be talking about conspiracy theories. We're not going to go down thoroughly through every other one, otherwise this is going to be a very long episode, so we're just going to touch on different ones, from JFK to the Titanic to Elvis to the moon landings to anything else like that. Now, there's only really me and Kurt that are into the sort of thing. So Ian is going to be our resident skeptic, and he's going to give us his opinions, whether he thinks it's a load of poppycock or it makes him go, ooh, just like that.
Right on the fence, I am. Right on the fence.
Does it hurt being on the fence?
Right, so what,
comfortable.
Before we crack on, Ian, what is your honest opinion of conspiracy theories, and what ones have you heard
so
any form about?
Okay, I'm going to be brutally honest.
Come on, be honest. This is what
I'm kind of, I think most are complete, to me, bollocks. However, I was having a little read about this earlier, because I don't really get involved with this sort of stuff. I was having a little read about it earlier, and the only one there's one that I could possibly think is, maybe, but I don't want to go into. Do you want me to say that now, or should we leave that? It will come up, won't it? It will come up. I am sure.
If you want to start it, we can get involved in it. So yeah. Why not? Go for it.
Okay.
This is one you kind of.
Yeah, I mean, there's the whole Lady Diana thing, isn't there? Princess of Wales, saying that she was assassinated. Now,
it's very possible.
I don't know. Possibly. This is probably one of the few that I would actually say.
Do you know why I think it's possible?
Tell me.
So there's another conspiracy theory going back to Jack the Ripper. One of those conspiracy theories is that he was employed by the royal family. He was their physician. Right. And he was killing these prostitutes because all of this ring of prostitutes knew that one of the prostitutes was impregnated by then Prince.
Okay. I can believe that.
So for me,
back in them days.
So for me, I kind of think, that could happen. That is very plausible.
Yeah, I'm sort of. I think I'm the other side of the fence.
You're a bit on the fence about it. You're a bit like, no, not really. Don't think they could do it.
I'm not rolling out that could have happened, but I just think it was watching different things and this and the other, that it was a case of they were trying to keep out of the limelight, and they were trying to, I think they were trying to get away to go to a different hotel or back.
They were running from paparazzi,
and they were getting chased by the paparazzi. But from what I've heard, apparently their driver, I can't remember his name, beforehand, basically he thought that they'd gone up to the room, they're staying there tonight, so he's fucked off into the bar and he's having a couple of cheeky beverages, and then suddenly out of the blue they've come round and gone, right, we want to go, we want to go out the back door, we're gonna go to the private jet and get away, or this other location.
It was in France, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so they used to have a cheeky,
and then because he'd had a couple of sherbets, not expecting to be having to drive again, and obviously he's gone to drive away, getting chased by paparazzi. He's put his foot down and gobbed it one.
Yeah,
but are we ever going to know? A lot of these, I don't think we'll ever know.
No, but it might get uncovered in 100 years or something.
But I think someone somewhere, or some group somewhere, know exactly what happened, but they're not going to let.
No,
public
find out, are they?
Like a lot of these conspiracy theories, there's people behind it that know the truth, but they're never going to tell the likes of us.
Staying. I can't remember exactly what it is about because I can't remember the video, but it was one of those nights where I think I'd seen about 35 conspiracy theories in one night. But there was something about, I think it was something to do with space or something like that. And someone that worked for NASA has like written a book, like a tell-all book, and then he disappeared.
Like a lot of them do.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. I mean, there's that many.
Because aren't they closing Area 51 soon? Isn't that happening?
Yeah. If we start off on, not start off, but we go on to the Area 51 area
Space type thing.
Subject. My personal thoughts are, I know there's been, for years and years, the government said, don't know what you're on about, there's no such place, it doesn't exist, whatever, and then they turned around in the 80s and 90s and gone, that
base there.
one that's got like a perimeter 26 miles around it. Oh yeah, that one exists. But what I personally think on that one is any potential downed alien aircraft or ones that they're working on trying to
reverse engineer,
is not there. It's somewhere else.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be there. That is going to be there.
And because and my theory is that whatever they fly over this Area 51 Groom Lake is their brand new top secret that they don't want anyone about. So what they've done, they've got their intelligence people to go to all these conspiracy groups or in UFO groups in Staten Island and gone, yeah, the UFOs, so they've got alien bodies, they've got this standard. So everyone goes, yeah, it's aliens. Nah, they're not doing top secret planes and testing stuff there. It's all that. So I think it's a bit of a red herring.
Yeah,
maybe to start off with, but when too much information, too much attention gone there, they've shifted everything else somewhere else because they have got another secret base that people know about, whatever like that. But it's in a mountain. It's actually inside a mountain, and I think all this top secret bollocks is in there, not Area 51 anymore.
So
if there is any
on that
aircraft and
aliens, what about that meteor that's going past Earth or has been going past Earth and is apparently transmitting?
The one
specified a meteor with
30,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's big mass of something and it's transmitting something.
Yeah, a lot of these people are saying that.
I'm not saying I believe in it. I'm just saying that was something.
Yeah, I mean, because what they're saying was even from all the thousands and millions of miles away it is. I thought, how can you tell that it's not? Because they're trying to say that there is the good chance that it's not a natural, asteroid or this, that, and the other. That it's artificial. It's like a mothership or it's a probe or it's. But apparently, the way they're talking about it, we're going to find out in November when it gets here. But I'm one of those that, cool, it could be aliens, but I'm also thinking, until I'm in my back garden looking at the sky and I can see it, I think it's just a bit of space. It's an asteroid or something that's come out of that into our solar system that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. It could be completely something totally natural, that it's just that we don't normally get them in our solar system. And then straight away people are going, it's aliens, ET's coming home. So until I see it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
So being alien and stuff, do you think it could be the Anunnaki coming back?
Anunnaki?
The Anunnaki, or however you pronounce it. I'm not sure how you pronounce it.
Well, there's that many stories about that.
Because there's something I sort of can get on board with that because of all of the technology of these ancient people and of how to build stuff that we just lost. All these perfectly symmetrical buildings that now you try and do it now, it can't be done.
Well, one of the other theories on that I've heard about is all these thousands of years ago, people from a different planet have come down and they've interacted with humans and they've given this technology and helped them out, like I said, how to transport massive 100-ton stones and stack them on top of each other and this, that and the other. And then some other group are basically the ones that are not in charge, but whatever, have gone, oh, hang on a minute, that's not why we sent you down to Earth. We don't like you doing that. So then, like the one of the many stories with Noah, the Great Flood.
Yeah,
they flooded the Earth, which got rid of all that technology. And once that flood went down, man started almost again.
Yeah, because
it's not just in the Bible that there was this great flood. Apparently, over
every book, every
different countries around the world that had no way of communicating with each other have all got a massive flood.
Yeah,
story. So there was a big flood years ago, but then so that's one theory that apparently we did have all this technology from wherever these people were, and then it all tried to get all wiped out.
Because there's I don't know. Obviously, it can be a very wide web, this conspiracy theory, because it's talking about them. They were the ones that built Atlantis, and that's why Atlantis is gone, because obviously that was one of the big places to be flooded. And
apparently they had some loads of weird
flying things and
but yeah, it's
I kind of believe it, because you think about all these religions and all these peoples having gods. And couldn't these Anunnaki? Well, I can't say it, but could these beings that come down not be the ones that they perceived as gods?
I think that, because you think back then, because obviously where we are now, if something comes out of the sky in like a spaceship, is that and the other, we'll go, that's a spaceship.
That's an alien.
They're going, what the fuck's that? It's an angel. It's
God coming to
a chariot sent from God, or this, that, and the other.
Wreak havoc.
They didn't know what. Because there's that many things in old stories and Bibles, this, that, and the other, about he come down in his fiery chariot and stuff like that. They didn't know it was a spaceship back then, potentially.
No, but you think about it as well, all of these different civilizations, like you said, had no way of communicating with each other. They didn't really have the boats and stuff like we do even 100 years ago that could sail the whole planet. How is it that they have got similar technology? How is it that they've got similar hieroglyphics and stuff depicting these big beings with animal heads and human bodies? And
there is cave drawings. I think one was in Australia and one was either South America or something. Basically, these kind of drawings that would have been done thousands and thousands and thousands years ago.
Yeah.
And what each of them drew this being or creature or whatever on the wall, considering thousands of years ago, and they put the pictures next to each other, and apart from the colour and the odd tiny detail, they're virtually the same. It's
but then could that go back to when the whole of the land mass was connected?
Maybe,
because at one point all of the land mass was together.
Yeah. I mean, even modern day there's still tribes in, like, say, the Amazon or places like that are still absolutely no type. They're living now as their ancestors did thousands of years ago, and apparently some people have gone in, to chat to them and are friendly and that, and they asked them what they what their beliefs in aliens were out space, and they were all
like, what?
They've got nothing in their beliefs or
History about that, yeah.
History about it. And then they showed you a picture of what we would consider as a grey alien. And straight away they said, oh, that's... I'm making up a name here, but that's a Kumbai. That's a name for...
Yeah.
They recognise it by the picture.
That's our God, or a God. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So to me, that's a very plausible thing, that there is there's got to be other life out there. We can't be the only planet in the whole of all the solar systems that can inhabit life.
I mean, I don't mean to upset any religious people here that are watching or listening. But if there was one and only God that created everything, isn't it a little bit lazy that you think, right, I'm going to do this universe, or these universes that just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. I'm going to put trillions and trillions of planets and moons and this, that, and the other. But I'm just going to put every single bit of life just on this one little tiny little planet. I'm not going to put it anywhere else. I'm not going to create life anywhere else. I'm just going to put it on this one here. So there's definitely life out there, but do I believe that that they're visiting Earth now and they've been here for a while? I'd like to think so, but
how do you know they're not here? Let's be real.
Like I said, and I'm one of those. Unless I see these two little people.
Exactly. Yeah, but exactly. But if there is, we wouldn't know if they were here or not. If they didn't, if they are these great beings that what are depicted, they will only make themselves known when they want to.
But that's what gets me about when you see these pictures or people saying about they've seen UFOs. So if they're here on this planet and they're trying to keep, like Sturm in the background, we don't want you to know us here, this, that, and the other. Why are they flying spacecrafts around with big flashy lights on?
These big flying saucers with lots of lights.
Yeah, big flashy lights and this, that. Isn't that kind of going, oh yeah, look, oh shit, turn the lights off, we're incognito. Yeah.
What you're saying is they're a bit like Transformers. They hide away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If they are here, and they don't want to be known yet, if they are that good, advanced a being, we wouldn't be able to detect it. I'm sure.
And the other theory is, this story. Have you seen that film Paul? Yeah. With Simon Pegg and
so funny.
Nick Frost. Well, basically, what Paul is what people classed as a grey alien.
Grey alien, yeah.
And the theory on them are, because whenever they abduct people in this, that, and the other, whatever like that, the theory is that they are 1,000 years in the future is what we will
become.
But they've got the technology to come back, and they're almost biologically 3D printed. All these great. So basically, there's another race of aliens, and these are their like minions that do all their work. It's like I said, it's if you get us started on this now, we're going to be here till like tomorrow morning.
Okay, so let's tone it down from the aliens and stuff. Let's make it a little bit more something Ian can maybe get his teeth into. Right.
I was just going to say I've never seen an alien. So
can I just play this video? I know we're going to talk.
Yeah, of course.
We might talk about that. I saw this video. This was about the whole because the two main presidents here that were assassinated. So you got JFK and Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Lincoln. So Lee Harvey Oswald, John
Wilkes Booth.
Right. So this video, I haven't checked any of these facts, but if any of these facts are correct, it's like, ooh, very coincidental. I just like video. So hopefully, anyone watching, obviously, you're going to be able to see this video. And anyone listening, hopefully the audio
will be able to hear it.
Will come through. Let me just. This is from the Joe Rogan show. Big up Joe Rogan. Is that
Joe Rogan?
Is that gonna come on? Is this gonna be?
This is going to be the time where his computer does nothing. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right. So I'm going to put that full screen. Hopefully people listening on Spotify will be able to hear this.
This is the biggest coincidence in history. Try asking your history teacher to explain this one. Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John F. Kennedy was elected to Congress in 1946. Lincoln became president in 1860. Kennedy became president in 1960. Both leaders were deeply committed to civil rights. Both first ladies lost a child during their time in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday, and both were shot in the head. Now, here's where it gets even stranger. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. Both were assassinated by men from the South. Both were succeeded by Southerners named Johnson. Andrew Johnson, who took over after Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who took over after Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, Lincoln's assassin, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, Kennedy's assassin, was born in 1939. Both assassins were known by their full 3 names. Both names contain exactly 15 letters. Hold on, it gets even more bizarre. Lincoln was shot in a theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot in a Lincoln car made by Ford. Booth and Oswald were both killed before going to trial. And finally, the wildest part. A week before Lincoln was assassinated, he was in Monroe, Maryland. A week before Kennedy was killed, he was with Marilyn Monroe. Lincoln was shot in a theater, and his killer fled to a warehouse. Kennedy was shot from a warehouse, and his killer ran to a theater.
Wow.
Like I said, it's. I haven't checked any of the facts on that, but if any of them are true, it's kind of like.
Now, my eldest son he loves all this stuff, like assassinations and stuff. He would be able to tell you exact dates, times that they were shot, whereabouts they were shot.
I mean,
what hospitals they went to if they were taken to a hospital.
I mean, so while we're on it, the old JFK thing.
Yeah.
So from what I can gather from bits and bobs that I've heard on it, because I find this one quite interesting, that obviously everyone knows is a story of Lee Oswald in the book deposit, shot Kennedy, and then he fled the scene and was caught at a nearby movie theatre.
Yeah.
And then years later, there was the theory that there was a second gunman on the grassy knoll.
Yeah, because of the angle of the...
Because of the angle, and this thing called the magic bullet.
Yeah.
I don't know the full details of what this magic bullet is, but there is the theory that there was more than one shooter.
Mm-hmm. I've heard
because when they looked into Lee Harvey Oswald, because he was a big fan, or he was a communist. He'd gone to Moscow and tried to get in with them, and then down Mexico as well, like that. And people that had spent time with him said when it comes to him using a rifle, he couldn't hit the he couldn't hit a bus if he was sitting on it. His shot was absolutely god-awful.
Rubbish shot. Yeah.
So basically, the saying is, how can someone who's rifle shot from that distance manage to shoot JFK so many times, like it happened? Plus, if you ever watch the video, so the car's coming that way.
Yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald was shot from
behind.
But if you look at the footage,
he falls back.
He falls back. But one of the shots,
back of his head.
So the back of the head comes out. So how does the back of the head pop out? If he's getting shot in the back of the head, he would have blown the front out. So they were saying that there was multiple shooters because there was someone under the underpass that was watching the procession that got hit by a ricochet bullet that didn't hit, the car or whatever. It totally missed, ricocheted, and hit someone in the underpass. So there's no way And then there was different theory ones like that. Lee Harvey Oswald wasn't even one of the shooters. He was spotted outside the book depository at the times of the shootings. There's that many theories, and it was all to do with CIA because of what JFK was trying to
achieve
and bring to pass. And there was people in like the CIA and that, or certain groups in the CIA didn't like it, what he was trying to do or has done or is about to say, and that, and they basically offed him. And then the
same with Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
he was getting traction, and they see ya.
And the guy that shot Lee Harvey Oswald, that Jack Ruby, there was the stories that before all this, he was a normally regular guy, not peaceful, and you could have a chat with him. But the times that he killed him, people were saying that wasn't him. He got visited the day before by someone else, and then all of a sudden he turned batshit crazy and went along and shot him. So basically, the theory is that Jack Ruby, he was drugged, so he was off his tits when he went and killed him. And there's that many theories, like I said, that's another one you could spend hours talking on, but that's just my little.
Should we get on to something that maybe Ian could get behind, because he's looking very skeptical at the moment? I'm just taking it all in, guys. Just taking it all in.
So, like I said, Ian, I like the idea of some of these theories and stuff, but
I don't believe.
Do you believe any of it?
I don't believe half of them, but they make for interesting watching. It's interesting. What do you think about the possibility that dinosaurs aren't actually dinosaurs? Oh, excuse me.
What were they? Chickens?
Dragons. So you think of like a bat or a bird. When you get a bird's bones, most of the time the wings are completely gone, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because the wings are hollow bones and they break down and they turn to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So no one, other than like the woolly mammoth and things like that were depicted on cave drawings, no one depicts dinosaurs. But there is numerous accounts of dragons. So there is this conspiracy theory that dinosaurs are dragons, not dinosaurs as we know them.
Yes and no, that one for me. I believe that there was dinosaurs.
Because you not think these itty bitty hands of the T-Rex, maybe they were attached to a wing or wings?
I believe in both. I believe that there were dinosaurs.
And there were dragons.
But also, whether it was...
I don't necessarily mean fire-breathing dragons, as we...
No, I know what you mean, but big fuck-off like Game of Thrones dragons.
I was going to say there definitely was dragons, because I've seen them on Game of Thrones. It's definitely true. He's on Game of Thrones. And they got them white dragons too.
It's because you look at back in drawings and scrolls and that from not ancient, but from China and that sort of area from thousands of years ago, they depict dragons.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No one depicts dinosaurs.
And then, so there's that many theories and stories about dragons, but from civilizations at the time, like as we said before, with those cave drawings, wouldn't have mingled or come into contact to go, oh yeah, what do you reckon around this dragon stuff? Oh, we like the sound of that. We'll go and start talking about that stuff now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But I believe dinosaurs
are so cool. But I'm just saying, like these cave drawings, they don't depict dinosaurs. They depict the woolly mammoth. They depict the saber-toothed tigers. No dinosaurs. And Neanderthals and dinosaurs would have crossed over a little bit. There would have been that
a time where
Yeah,
there was people and dinosaurs on the Earth.
I mean, the old humans and that. I mean, like there's what we are Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, but back like thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, like in Europe, Asia, Africa, just that and the other, they thought over time whether they all existed at the same time. I reckon they reckon
There were different periods of dinosaur as well.
There's 7 or 8 different species of human.
Yeah,
but the human that we, the Homo sapiens we are, were basically evolved with a larger brain that would be able to, that basically could,
and stuff. Yeah,
that could add a bit of a survival instinct to build tools in this, that, and the other. And over time, because the other ones were like smacking a rock, together and stuff like that, didn't have the brain, and basically they died off, and eventually, but yeah, and the same with Neanderthals. I mean, I think they eventually died off, but there is the theory that they did mix at certain points and breed.
yeah.
So they'll explain a few people you see walking about nowadays.
What about the theory? Not the theory that the Earth is flat. I'm not one of these flat earthers, but the theory of that there is like the Earth isn't as round as it looks. It's more of like an oval shape, and then there's lands beyond. So, like, you know where the Arctic is? The ice wall, so to speak. And then these dragons and such come across from there.
The Hollow Earth theory, is it?
Yeah, it's like a hollow. Yeah.
Basically, in a certain sense, if you've seen one of the King Kong,
there's that massive hole, isn't there? There's that massive hole.
I know up in the Antarctic, there's some weird shit go on because it's a massive.
And there's a base from every country around it.
There's a massive no-fly zone. So if you come along, you're not allowed to fly over there, and it's kind of what are they hiding, or why are they keeping it so?
I know you wouldn't particularly want to go on holiday there, but you can't get a trip to there.
Well, you've got special permission, but if you did manage to go there, it would be like, yeah, come to the Antarctic, but you can only go
here.
You can only go to this bit.
Yeah, it's this bit here you can go to, but
you can't travel outside of that area. You can travel
bit here. No.
Yeah, so that's very weird. What's going up there? I'm kind of like,
because I think it's a space photo, isn't it? A photo taken from space, and you can see this massive crater or hole in the Antarctic.
Me personally, I think the whole Hollow Earth, and there's another civilization inside, the standard that I'm the side of the fence looking over going,
This is what we're here to talk about, is all these different theories, what we think about them. I'm not necessarily saying it's true, but it's just something I think is quite interesting.
I sort of go down the theory. I know we're sort of going back to the whole alien blah blah blah. I reckon half these ones that you hear about, that you see this, that, and the other, aren't necessarily coming from there. The story, theories are that they've been here for years, but they're not necessarily coming from there. They're coming from
here,
underwater.
You reckon underwater?
You think
it's feasible? It's one of the big.
There's only 10% of the oceans
that has ever been
explored.
Yeah,
there's there's one area that basically Ariana Trench or something like that.
Something trench, yeah, and it's really deep.
That goes that far down. But obviously, because of the equipment we've got,
it steps down.
Yeah, it goes down for miles. And basically, we haven't got any vehicles that could withstand the pressure to go down that far. I mean, like they're saying, well, that'd be the perfect place if you're going to try and hide anything. Your advanced technology is up the hide down there, because some of the creatures that they've spotted down there that basically haven't got eyes because there's no light down there are just weird as shit. some of the whether the microbe ones or little ones, that some of the stuff
those fish with the little lights.
Some of the stuff that they found down there,
the angler fish or something. It has this like little
something like that. Yeah, because it goes, oh, look at that light. Oh, I've got you. Yeah. But yeah, I can't remember the names of some of the stuff that they've found down there, and they're just weird, proper.
You think about history and that as well, though, with the ocean and things like that. There's talks of massive squid or whatever you want to call them, massive octopus.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken. There's all these different monsters of the deep that have been spotted by ships, and we don't see it. And then you've got the snakes, like the anacondas. They found massive.
Nessie.
You could almost go down the theory of some of these sea creatures as what we said before about people thousands of years ago that think they've seen an angel come down, but it's actually a spacecraft.
Yeah.
But could it be hundreds of years ago? They're in a ship. They see some big ass creature, not really sure what it is, and go, "Oh, it's a fucking sea monster." But modern day will go, "No, actually, that's just a giant squid, or that's just a."
Yeah, possibly.
We know they are, but
yeah, of course.
It's
what's this Bermuda Triangle thing as well?
The Bermuda Triangle. That's where some.
It's not really a conspiracy theory, obviously, but it's lots of unexplained crashes.
Yeah, unexplained things going missing in that triangle.
I think there's a couple, isn't there? There's the Bermuda Triangle, and there's another one. I think it's in America somewhere, and I can't remember what they call it. They call it the triangle again. That within this certain space, weird, like compasses go absolute nuts, and whereas but the Bermuda Triangle, isn't it
something to do with the magnetic pull in those certain areas?
Yeah, but I just think it's just a weird place on Earth where the Earth's natural magnetism and the bit, natural stuff all comes together. That normally the rest of the Earth sort of spread out. It's all pixies, but there's just this one spot that it's sort of gone. We'll stand around here. So any form of like ships or this, that, and the other technology go through it, and then this natural stuff makes the instruments and that go all tits up, and people get lost and sink. And so I don't think that's like anything like aliens or gods or whatever. I think it's just the butthole of the Earth where everything goes a bit shit.
Yeah, or human error, of course.
Error.
Yeah.
Who knows?
What else have we got? Have you heard the one about Paul McCartney?
Oh, what? He died in a car accident in the 60s, and then a double gang has replaced him.
And then someone replaced him because they're saying
he had like a tribute act person or someone that mimicked him. I can't remember what the guy's name was.
I'm trying to look into it now. Basically, what the people are thinking about that is because if you see pictures of Paul McCartney beforehand, when he was younger, and how he is now, people are theorising that when you age, you look a certain way, and that's not how that person before he died, or whatever, should have aged like. If you know, I mean that one, I'm kind of like
sounds like a load of.
But of musicians and that, have you heard that country and western singer Garth Brooks? Not known his music, but just heard the name Garth Brooks. Yeah, have you heard the one that's coming out recently about him?
No.
That he's potentially a serial killer.
Here we go. This is the Paul McCartney one.
We'll go back.
Who's a serial killer?
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks, apparently.
I've never heard of him.
We'll go back to that in a sec. What have you...
So on November 9th, 1966, according to the Paul is Dead rumours, this was the day Paul McCartney blew his mind out in the car meeting his doom and being replaced by a lookalike. So that is the conspiracy. That he killed himself and then he was replaced by a lookalike so the band could continue on. Because apparently Paul McCartney and John Lennon never got on. And then all of a sudden they got on.
Yeah, I've heard that one. But
sometimes when I hear certain things, I can't help but think people have too much time on their hands.
Exactly. Yeah, there is some like that. Yeah. No, but there is some. But then there is some of these. Oh, there's a famous person dead, but they're still alive. Conspiracies. I think
Elvis is still alive, isn't he? Apparently, Elvis Presley.
I don't really believe that one. No, I'll be honest.
I've got something to say. Well, what I've heard about that, but can I just go back to my Garth Brooks serial killer?
Yeah, go on.
Serial killer. I don't even know.
I just said this in the last week and that because someone who, like Ian said, has got too much time on their hands has put the things together that over the years that he's been touring, that it seems to be that every
place he goes
to, there's either a death or someone under mysterious circumstances or goes missing or this, that, and the other. And then from time to time. But my theory on that is, so you've gone to a city in America where people have got guns and there's violence and then someone's died, got murdered. It's the thing, Garth. Like,
definitely Garth.
Garth Brooks was there.
Yeah.
He was touring.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, come on, get out of it. Like, but that's one I've heard recently that I right. So sorry, Elvis.
Bit far fetched.
No, Elvis died on the toilet. Apparently.
There's been a few different ones about this, isn't it? About him being
or the ones that I've heard.
Homeless guy. Did you hear the homeless guy one?
The what?
They found a dead homeless guy under a bridge or something, and he had the exact same DNA as Elvis.
No, I haven't heard that one.
So I heard that one, and then there was this one that's a pastor or whatever he is.
Yeah, well, the side of it that I've heard, like I said, do I believe any of this? Not really. That when he was up and famous and he's doing his Vegas and that and the other, that he was either an honorary member or he was working for either the FBI or the CIA, because he was famous and getting into places and meet people that other people,
gangsters and stuff, yeah.
And a lot of the time when he was doing it, he used a alias name, which I don't know what it was. Now the theory was, and I don't know why he theoretically faked his death. So apparently there was news come out that he died. Elvis died on the toilet, whatever, eating a cheeseburger up his bum or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But then 2 days later, someone using that name
checked into a hotel or something.
No, booked a flight and flew to South America. Right. And all of when housemaids and this, that, and the other went round Graceland, all his favourite jewellery that he used to like wearing all the time and that
was gone
at the same time that all this supposedly had happened.
See, if there's any that are feasible, that in my mind, any of those theories about Elvis that are feasible is the pastor. It's very, very
that Bob Joyce,
something like that. Because like his voice is like very similar, as in like singing voice.
But have you ever seen footage of Elvis's last few gigs? When he's proper fat.
Mm-hmm.
I have. My mum's a big Elvis fan.
Yeah,
so
my mum is
you look at the photos of all the footage of him when he's playing piano and he's sweating and all that business.
Uh-huh.
And I saw a video the other day where before he went on stage of someone like touching it with a bit of makeup and that. You look at that. You've seen we've all seen our fair share of big people. Shall I call them?
Yeah.
It doesn't look right or natural.
Well, it looks like a suit.
Yeah.
like a fat suit.
Especially on his face, around his eyes.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
Looks like a fat suit, and he's obviously using this to then fake the death being.
Yeah, I'm not saying that was the case, and that could be exactly how he looked. But if I mean, well, hold on, I'll see if I can find a photo. But I just.
What I can tell you, apparently, is a lady called Louise reckons she saw him in Burger King in Michigan in 1987. Because I've just read that.
While Steve's looking for that, there is one that I really quite believe in. That someone's still alive. Is Tupac.
I've heard the.
Because there's a lot of things like. These like collabs that have been done with, and they said, it's unreleased music, and they've cut, and then like Eminem's cut his music into it, and it's he's done the collab that way. But like, there was like sightings of him in like Cuba or somewhere like that, and there was like a rap video. Some rapper, and like in the background you could see these people that were like natural extras because they were filming on the street, and it looks exactly like Tupac. It's weird.
Little Ghetto Gospel, was that him and someone?
Ghetto Gospel was Tupac.
That was him. Yeah.
Hidden with a little Ghetto Gospel.
Yeah, just going around in my head.
Elton John.
That's it. That's who it was. Is he still alive, Elton John?
Of course he is.
Yeah.
I'm wearing his glasses. Yeah, but see, I do think there's some truth in some of this, because like America is one of these places that do the whole giving someone a new identity, let them live in a place they've never lived before. They're I don't know, they've ratted out on the mob or whatever and been moved on somewhere else. Yeah. So I do believe like some of these people could have faked their own deaths. The limelight got too much for them.
Possibly.
Because, like for some of these people, like they come from nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same.
Really famous. And they just cannot hack the limelight. I don't believe this one, but it's a funny one. Robin Williams.
Yeah.
We all know he ended his life a while back.
Legend, that man.
And he was a legend. There was a guy on, I don't know whether it's Instagram or one of these things, called Uncle Pappy.
Right.
It just looks and sounds like it looks and sounds like it's Robin Williams doing a character.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
Uncle Pappy.
I'll show you. I searched it.
I can't find the photos on about, but yeah, it's. I might be wrong. It might be just my own.
So I'll pause it because it's a video, but I'll show you guys. For those that are listening, sorry, I'm showing Ian a picture of Uncle Pappy.
Hey, Uncle Pappy.
Oh, okay.
Now you tell me that doesn't look a bit like Robin Williams.
It does look a bit like Robin Williams. I mean, not much, but a bit, for sure.
But there's one video of him led in some sort of...
some great films that man was in. Great films.
Some sort of pond with lilies around him. And...
sounds like my idea of a Sunday.
I'm going to try and find the video so you can watch it and listen to it.
So do we reckon Louise was incorrect when she said she saw Elvis at Burger King?
I think she was probably incorrect.
Yeah, he's more of a McDonald's guy, really.
I heard it was Subway that he was eating on the toilet.
My mum would love Elvis to still be around.
So would my mum.
Big fan. I watched all the films growing up. You know, the not so great acting films that he was in. There was a few of those.
But maybe 2 seconds. I'm just. There's another. I won't call it conspiracy theory, but
I'm going to look at my the ones. The other one that I did COVID-19 and 5G. That's came up on my screen when I typed in conspiracy theories. Now I can't help but think that isn't right. But that could just be me, the skeptical side of non-believing side of Ian, because I don't really go for a lot of these.
Right, I don't know if you're going to hear this, but here we go.
It seems I can't make a video without people comparing me to Robin Williams, and that man brings a damn tear of joy to my eye. I love him so much, man. So I'm doing a little Robin impression for y'all.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, it's just about.
Swim with the alligators. Let me see now. Happy, you swim with the alligators. If you get attacked, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's a grand adventure. I don't know, man. Go easy on me. I'm just tired, man. I've practiced a long time for that, man. It seems I can't make a video without people.
So yeah, I mean he's a man wanting to be Robin Williams, isn't he? Basically,
but it's just like I don't believe it. I'm not saying he's Robin Williams, but the amount of joy that I got from that video, when I seen it the first time, I was like, I know he's not alive, but I love Robin Williams, and I was just like, wouldn't it be so cool if that was the case?
Yeah.
So,
sure.
Ian, have you ever heard of the Illuminati?
Have I?
Yeah.
I've
heard, I think one of the dollar bills you got the all seeing. It's supposed to be like
it's a triangle with an eyeball in it.
From royalty to they're all part of this organisation that
often portrayed as a secret society controlling world events.
Yeah.
Do you want? Right, I'm going to pull up my search engine now. And do you want to see?
He's going to have a knock on the door in a minute.
Yeah, probably want to do this. Is if I bring up my other window there. All right, let's go here. Right, so Illuminati. So I'll get rid of that.
So if anyone that's listening, we are currently Googling some information.
So if I type in Illuminati backwards. So IT
I've heard this.
NAMULLI, right?
Yeah.
Takes you straight to the NSA website.
Yeah, I've heard this.
It does. It's look at the top NSA.
Yeah, it does. Even if you type it in the top search engine, like where you type your www, it takes you there. How weird is that?
That is weird.
Yeah, that is strange.
And then, I think just before we press record, we'll go back to that as in, like your phone's listening and stuff.
Yeah.
I watched the video. I've tried it, but whether they've patched it out now. There was a woman who had an Alexa or Echo or whatever they call it,
those little home help things, Alexa, whatever. Yeah,
she had one like we've got. That's you can buy the small one, or you can buy the taller round one like we've got. Yeah. So whenever it's listening to what you say or it's playing music, you got the coloured
blue light
band going around. So if you're going, "Hey Alexa," you can see a ring going around. So basically, say it lets you know that it's listening to you.
Yeah.
She asked it a couple of questions and it answered. And then she's gone, Alexa, is the CIA listening to my conversations?
Just went shut off.
It just shut off.
Weird.
I've tried it and it doesn't do anything. It just goes, I don't know I can't help you with that.
See, what I've noticed with mine, I have an Alexa downstairs and we have a Google Hub thing upstairs that's got the screen on it. But yeah, downstairs we have the Alexa, and what I've noticed sometimes is randomly it'll just be listening, it'll be blue, and I'm like, why are you like randomly? No one said Alexa or anything like that.
Have you sorry, go on, you carry on. I'll join in a second.
And in the Alexa, when I've asked it a question, you do know like it continues listening for like two or 3 seconds after you've spoken or ended your questions.
Yeah, because I know what you're saying. Me and Helen have been sitting there watching something called TV. We've been talking about something while our phones have been near us, and either later that night or tomorrow, whether we've been talking about
I know what you're going to say. It's what I was going to say.
hose or anal cream or something. I mean,
you get videos
fruit. No,
on Facebook.
When you go on Facebook or Instagram, whatever. There's advertisements for it.
Yeah.
But is that just a thing that's chucked into the software for marketing? That these people are talking about so and so. Well, we'll do surgery. We'll pop up, but they shouldn't be doing that.
Happens to me a lot on Facebook.
The thing is, though, with apps, they track, don't they?
Yeah.
So, for instance, say I look up vape products online.
Yeah.
Certain vape products, I will get ads then, not about vape products, but like about giving up smoking or other like nicotine replacement things, like what do you call it? The gum and stuff, and the inhalators. That'll come up. Or if I search, I like in the winter I like wearing my Dixon shirts. I'll search Dixon shirts, and then all I'll get on Instagram is ads for Dixon.
I like Dicks in my pants.
Yeah, but they do track as well of what you've like looked up. So, like for instance, when I've looked up weird things, like I'm a big one. If I see someone in a film, and I'm like, I don't know them as an actor. I don't know them, but I'm like, I've seen you in a film before. So I'll then search the film, and then I'll see that. Then I'm like, that person, they were in this film.
I'll do that all the time.
Yeah.
Then I end up too busy looking at that I'm not watching.
Yeah, exactly. You're not watching the film.
5 minutes of the film, but
finding out what else they were in.
But I mean, even like whether it's legally they're allowed to do it or illegally, not allowed.
Illegal.
That's it. That basically, like we're doing now, we're talking to each other via our webcams. But there's somewhere in some government agencies in their computer things that could be watching us through our webcams.
Yeah.
Even when they're not turned on. So that's why I'm that paranoid now, because when mine's recording or whatever on, there's a little white dot, light. So if that ever pops on when I'm not doing anything like that, I'm going to be a little bit like, I'm going to get my nuts out and wipe it on the fucking screen.
The thing for me is like I'm hardly ever in here. When I'm not doing this, or otherwise I'm gaming. But like I have a laptop downstairs that I've got set up for Magic the Gathering. That's got a webcam on it, but that's always shut.
Yeah,
always shut. It's never left open in the room. Because the last thing I want is some government agency watching me when I've got out of the shower and I'm starkers walking. You love to see that little acorn.
You love that.
Dance in front of it like that.
Yeah, but what your paranoid is when you're doing that is there's someone sitting in an office, someone going, wouldn't have played that card.
Yeah. That was a rubbish go.
Yeah. Who said that? Fucking
but I've literally just got a webcam set up for that now. But it's just, I've got one of these arms.
Yeah, boom arms, yeah.
Boom arm, but it's literally made for either to hold a phone or a webcam. So I've got it set as a down low camera.
Yeah. But right. Now we could go on for
we're being watched
hours because there's that we haven't talked to as in so
I haven't got as much in depth about the Anunnaki.
Yeah, because there's I mean like we've done before. I think we'll have to touch on this again episodes in the future because we haven't talked about things like
and Ian hasn't really spoken at all this episode.
The 9/11 cover up like I
alleged cover up,
and then also the one that I said to you, leave it till we record, but we haven't actually talked about it. Was the moon?
Oh yeah, see,
I want to go back to that one because that one I find that really interesting.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
I can see chemtrails as well. The theory claims that the white trails left by aeroplanes in the sky are actually chemicals being sprayed.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Possible.
That one I'm kind of like, I don't know.
And it's possible that with
Jesus, Jesus and Mary Magdalene. That's another one.
There's a lot,
but we'll leave that for a future episode, and maybe we'll handpick a few of them because we'll
handpick a few. We'll even get Ian to go away and have a look at a little bit more in depth into some conspiracy theories that he kind of can get on board with, and then he can talk about those, and we'll talk about the ones we've looked at.
Yeah, not just saying you have to believe it, but you kind of like.
Failing that, I'll get Deb involved. She loves it.
Yeah,
but we haven't mentioned we haven't talked about the Titanic as well. That's another one.
What
so there's plenty out there.
What are you talking about?
But so we've been been about an hour, near an hour. Get your teeth in, Stephen.
Come on, Steve.
You can do it. Come on, you can do it. Come on. You can talk. We'll leave it there for now, and I don't know what our next.
There's something we're gonna have to discuss after the show because we haven't got that far.
Yeah, let's have a look on that. No, so I think this was.
This is the last in our current block, I think.
Oh no, the next one. Apparently, I've got on my notes here is comedy / things that make us laugh.
Oh,
so anything from comedy films to stand-up comedians to stuff like that.
This could be a good one. That one,
yeah,
that'd be quite.
So that'll be our next one after this. So thank you, boys, for chatting to this. Big thank you to Ian for putting up with this for the last hour. Because I
was always just going to sit here and take it all in and dive in.
I think how you
have we like not turned you a bit, but have you come out of it with a bit more of a there could be something in some of these.
Yeah, possibly.
But like I said, that I listen to a lot of these and I'll go,
yeah,
bollocks. That tiny piece there.
Sounds interesting. Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Not saying I believe it, but anyway. So basically, how you've been tonight is if we ever do a future episode on cars in the past, I'll be the one sitting there.
How we be.
Diving in left, right, and
I had a metro.
Yeah, it's how we'll be because I've never been a petrol head.
Petrol head. I drank it.
Yeah,
so thank you, boys. That was a good chat. Thank you, everybody that has either watched this podcast or is or has listened to it. Thank you very much.
Big love.
And if you haven't already, please hit the like or thumbs up or whatever it is on whatever platform you are experiencing this on. Experiencing this on tonight. And also hit that subscribe or follow button and share button. Tell all your friends.
Three lads putting away rights.
Thank you very much. Please join us on the next one where we're talking about comedy and things that make us giggle.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Like the size of my penis. That is a bit of a funny one.
It's a bit
hilarious.
It's not normal.
So
so thank you very much. Thank you, boys, and we will catch you on the next one.
Thanks, everyone.
Ciao for now.
Love you. Bye.